And I really think each and every one of you owners should actually sit down at a staff meeting and just go around the room and ask people, what do they think professional success is? What do they think professional success is? I think you should know that. Our main goal, our purpose in life, our mission in life is to help as many private practice owners live the life that they deserve for themselves and help to advance the profession of physical therapy. So that's my opener, because if that in fact indeed is our purpose and that is our mission, which it is, that is what I've been struggling for. Struggling is not the right word. That is what I've been striving for my entire professional life. And that is absolutely true, because I can go back to 2002 and when I put my head in my hands and I was dying and I was losing $5,000 a month, I was $85,000 in debt, and I put my head in my hands. I said I would pay anybody anything if they would come in here and show me how this is done. I could read all these journals and read all these books and get all these bright ideas, but that has nothing to do with my skill development. There is no way I'm going to enhance myself with further skill development. I need skill development. I need to learn, just like PT school. Just like you and I went to PT school, we went through lecture, we got educated, learned new thoughts, ideas, and concepts. Then we went to lab, where we had to duplicate what we learned. Okay, so this is what that really looks like. This is what that lever arm is. That's the physics of it, right? And then we went on affiliation, on education, duplication, and then affiliation was application, right? So I knew that model, that educational model worked. I knew that worked. So I made a decision very early on that when the time is right, I am going to develop a company that mimics physical therapy school for the purpose of grabbing staff physical therapists, which is all PT school is about. PT school is only about preparing you to be a staff entry-level therapist. That's it. You come out with no additional skills, no additional abilities. You have no additional equipment. You are just a staff entry-level therapist out of PT school. Now, when you want to play a bigger game, whether it be an entrepreneur, clinical director, regional manager, program developer, or you want to be an entrepreneur and create your own game and get out there and create your own practice and have a multidisciplinary approach, a hybrid model, cash-based model, or some combination thereof, mobile PT, whatever it may be, pediatric therapy, anything is your heart's desire, right? When you get into that realm, you need a whole different set of skills. You need a whole different set of talents, because you're taking a new position. You're just not being a plumber who's going to be a better plumber because you own a plumbing business. No, you now have books and accounting and costs and record keeping and personnel files and, marketing, billing. It just goes on and on. That's for a plumber, but for physical therapy, it's even more complex than that. EMR and recruiting and compliance and risk management and personnel charts and files and branding and internal marketing, external marketing, 5-phase hiring program, professional enhancement, 5-division organization chart, all of these things kind of start crouching in on you, right? So you're a practice owner. So here's what I want to get across in this part 4 of our motivational series. Those are purely mechanics. Those are mechanics. Those are physical universe, mechanical things that are going to crouch in on you and give you pressure. If you know your purpose is to be the best therapist possible and give the greatest exchange and abundance possible with each and every patient, and you are mentally, creatively, organizationally working to that end, you're not working to buy a bigger boat. You're just working to build a better practice. You're working to do it with better people. Somebody who's cancer to your group, you're like, you know what, Sally, we've done a PIP, a personal improvement program that hasn't worked. You're digging your heels in. You think 2.5 units is good. You got some of these cockamamie ideas from academia. Some professor put something in your head that makes you think that you can't have, a patient at 8, 8:30, 9, 9:30, 10, 10:30, cross over 8, 10 minutes. You can go back and forth, and it's a conflict of interest or it's a Medicare conflict, which it absolutely is not. It's not an unethical thing at all. And you're digging your heels in thinking you know something better when you've been out of school literally, 8 months. So I'm sorry, I can't have you here. You're actually just working against the better effort of the group. You're working against the reason why we came to become physical therapists. You're working against personal and professional and group organizational success. Sally says, well, what do you define as success? Well, what do you mean by that? And again, I'm just rattling it out here for you, right? Well, that's kind of funny, Sally. What do you think success is in physical therapy? And I really think each and every one of you owners should actually sit down at a staff meeting and just go around the room and ask people, what do they think professional success is? What do they think professional success is? I think you should know that. I think as a practice owner, you should absolutely know that. And I think it's equally important for your staff to know what you think professional success is. Because it's not about money, I can tell you that. Some of the happiest people by survey in the world are some of the poorest people in the world. Different parts of the nation are just some of the happiest people because they have what they have what they need, and they spend the quality of time with those that they love and cherish, and they have the resources they need to do recreational, familial, family things, recreational things that really bring them joy and pleasure, right? Can work be that? I guess that's the question that we're embarking on. Can a work environment be that for you? Well, if you spend 1/3 of your life sleeping, 1/3 of your life working, and 1/3 of your life at play, doing recreation, family fun, personal time, things that bring you joy, then why can't we try to cultivate work into a little bit more of that other bucket, right? Forget about sleeping. You should all have a great bed, great pillow, great covers, cool down the room, and have a great night's sleep. Let's see what we can get more out of work in a work-life balance kind of manner that's going to actually contribute more to the resources of family, fun, friends, and things that bring you great pleasure and joy. Because I truly believe that if you put time, energy, and effort into your work environment based on your work philosophy, you can mimic and parallel that degree of success. So ask your staff what they think success is, right? And get that jotted down, literally write it down. And then be prepared to answer that. So I guess if you were to ask me, Brian Gallagher, what is your definition of success? What do you think success is for physical therapy private practice ownership? As you know, I've owned clinics and nursing homes and home health agencies, staffing companies, and billing company now, and credentialing and all these kinds of things. But I got to tell you, doesn't matter whether I'm working on MEG business management billing, working on MEG coaching with you guys. We're doing one-on-one coaches, all startup clinics I coach personally. Never had a startup fail, so I'm not going to change that. And now we got virtual front desk. So it doesn't matter which income vertical we're talking about as a member of our business. My success is still the same. I will say, if you want my answer on that, I say every effort I put forth in my organizations, in my companies, is to create the greatest degree of financial stability. I want to be very smart with my money management. I want to be very smart with my expenses. I want to be very smart leveraging other people's money to advance my organization's impact. What do I mean by that? If I have $100,000 in my bank account and I have the ability to open up a 2,000 square foot office on the east side of town, and I'm killing it on the west side of town, and it's going to be about $100,000 build out, and then I got to get 3 months to get break even, and then I'll be off to the races after that because that's how we roll. Am I going to take that $100,000 out of my savings and open up that west side office across the river? The answer to that is no. I'm absolutely not going to do that, because that would work against my financial stability. I am reducing my financial resources to do that. I'm going to take somebody else's money, institutional money, bank money, get an SBA loan or get an equity line of credit, whether it's a home equity line of credit in my house or an equity line of credit against my current business. And I'm going to use their money to get this second office up and running. I get it up and profitable and viable within 3 to 6 months. It's making money. It's throwing off profits. I double down on my profit making for the next 3 years and pay off every single dollar that I have. And now I got a free and clear business, and I did it on somebody else's money, and I've been packing more and more money away in my savings. My liquid cash has gotten bigger. My assets have gotten bigger, all with somebody else's money. And you're like, oh, but it's debt, Brian. You're taking out debt. You're paying interest. Yeah, but you're only paying interest on the money that you're using to generate you more money. And it's generating you more money to pay the interest and principal back on the money that you're using. So in other words, if I'm leasing a car, renting a car that is $50 a month, but the car, as I run around town and do what I do with it, generates me $150 a month, what's the problem? I'm wasting $50 a month on renting that car, sure, but it's generating me 3 times that in its use and its productivity, and it's the same idea here. So step 1, true success in this motivational series in this part is to find a way for you to become financially stable. Know that you got your kids' education, you got weddings, you got retirement, you got to put money away for potential healthcare issues. Boy, do I know it. Having a disc replacement in my low back, boy, that was a feat. Focus on money coming in, you get paid first, reserves get paid second, bills get paid third. Change your financial money management to that order and your money management flow into that order. You will naturally generate greater wealth if you do that. If money comes in, you pay bills, and then you pay yourself, and then you hope there's money left over to go into reserves. There will never be any money left over. You're always going to find ways to use that money. So giving you a little tip here on money management, reverse your financial planning of money management. Money comes in every single week. You pay yourself first. You pay your reserves second, and then you pay your bills, and anything left over goes into your miscellaneous reserve account for rainy day fund, and move it off and make sure you're racking up your reserves for that, right? So step two for absolute success. I need to have that financial stability, and I need to have it engineered and hardwired into my business. So I need 3 income verticals. That's what I need. I need 3 distinct income verticals within my company in order to be successful financially. And I need a financial plan that reverses the order of money management flow. Pay myself first, pay reserve second, pay bills third. Okay. Once I've done that, then what you want to do, like if I'm answering this question of what is success to me, then I try to reduce my hours in the clinic down to 20 to 25 hours a week treating patients. So I still am building the brand. I'm still working with my staff. I'm still creating great outcomes. I'm still participating as a clinician, and all is well. All is really great. But with those additional hours, I have greater flexibility to put mental attention units on running the business, on growing the practice, on expanding the organization. If you don't afford yourself the clarity of time to have that mental attention units to build the business, and you don't give yourself the time to spend with your family, your significant other, husband, wife, spouse, children, extended family, whomever, or participate in your charity groups, or take vacations for yourself. Man, I've met owners like, I haven't had a vacation in 5 years. And I'm like, you're treasonous to your own life. And they're like, what? I don't even know what you mean. I'm like, you don't see that you're actually acting in treason to your own life because you're denying yourself the thing that you need for greater health and well-being? You're literally, that is not a badge of honor. Being a martyr doesn't make you important, doesn't rank you high in my mind of thinking that you've gone 5 years without a vacation. I don't think I can go 3 months without a vacation. I need to have breaks so I can come back and be the best me for everybody involved, for everybody I talk to, for you. I don't take a vacation for me. I take a vacation to reset, rethink, come to one, get with nature, get outside, get external, and then come back to work and go, let's do some good stuff. Let's go hard and fast for the next 3-4 months or 6 months, and then let's take another good break. Once you've accomplished that, you've got your time management under control, you've got your management action plan going each and every week, you're running that based on your statistics, a management action plan, we call that a MAP. You're literally not treating more than 20, 25 hours a week in your own practice. You're literally getting a break so you can have some mental attention units, and you're focusing on your finances and your operations and your personnel because you're enhancing. Well, now we've got optimal time flexibility combined with financial stability. When you combine those two things together, you have, by definition, freedom. You have freedom. Freedom is when you have financial resources in abundance, with time in abundance, to do those things that which are most important to you, that which your spouse loves or enjoys or feels the need for. I know my wife feels best when we have enough money in the bank and we have everything covered and she feels stable. I know she feels great when she can get a new couch or a chair or do a decoration thing and she doesn't have to worry about where the money's coming from. She has it there. It is in liquid cash for her to go do some home improvement item. You know, home improvements are nice. I love having a nice environment and I'm full support of that. I'm not, but she loves creating on that new home environment and providing that beautiful feeling, that home atmosphere, and I love sharing in it with her. It's not something I would do with the money. I'd like to get an old farm truck and maybe a nice electric sports car, but, you know, boys like mess, you know, we like things, we like stuff, more stuff, you know, I kind of tend to, you know, give me something I can see, feel, touch, and run real fast with. But she wants something that feels good, looks good, is warming and inviting and welcoming. And that's great. You know, it's the difference between my wife and myself, the two of us. Yeah. And it works, right? So to me, that is success because she's not stressed and she can create that warm, welcoming environment. And I'm not stressed because I can have a tractor and a side-by-side and some environmental things that help me to do the things I want to do here on my property because of running my business in a way that my staff was winning, my patients are winning, my organization is winning, showers down, and everybody's living a higher degree of success, including oneself.